Hello. Whew, it is hot today. I just got back from doing a little bit of grocery shopping and I went out and did some stuff. Okay, so I've been I've been having like a lot of medical kind of drama lately. I don't know. not really issues, but I will talk about it. Okay, so first of all, I went to my doctor like, I don't remember, a couple weeks ago or beginning of the month or something like that. And they diagnosed me with hypertension. And so I found out today while I was getting the COVID-19 antibody testing, which I'll talk more about later, but I found out today the reason why I kept getting like hypertension, high blood pressure readings is because they were using the wrong size cuff on me. They were using like a standard normal cuff for your average person's arms. Well, you gotta remember, I can bench 155 pounds. I got huge guns, so I'm like 18-inch biceps. I need a bigger cuff. And the lady at the Valley Immediate Care that took my blood pressure reading, she told me my blood pressure was completely fine. It was actually great. And she said I need to start using the cuffs that are called, I think they're called calf cuffs. They're meant to be used on the calf of the leg instead of the arm. But it's what people that, you know, build big muscles have to use on their arms. Anyways, so I don't really have to worry about blood pressure anymore. I mean, I still will, you know, try and watch my sodium a little bit to be healthy, but I don't have to worry so much about cutting back on sodium, and I can still have that energy drink once a day or whatever. Okay, so I did get diagnosed with venous insufficiency. Now, venous insufficiency is genetic. It also can be aggravated by things like weightlifting, and I'll explain why, but basically venous insufficiency is where actually I think it's pronounced venous insufficiency, but whatever. It's where the valves in your blood veins can't pump the blood back up your legs to your heart efficiently, because the valves are weakened. And that can cause things like varicose veins. That can cause things like blood clots, like what I had earlier, that blood clot. So fortunately, the blood clot was a superficial blood clot, so it did go away, and it's easy remedy. But I do have venous insufficiency. Sorry, in both my deep veins and my superficial veins. Probably as a result of maybe damage from weightlifting so heavily and also being on my feet so much. Because, you know, the longer you're on your feet, the harder it is for your blood to pump back up to your body. Also, it can have to do with my tight muscles. My muscles are so tight, so the veins can't get that blood back up very easily. So what I'm going to do is I need to wear compression stockings for 3 months. So in September, I don't have to wear the compression stockings anymore. And they're going to go in and remove all the superficial veins that have the damaged valves. And so what's so cool about that is I will no longer have any unsightly varicose veins, and I will no longer have to worry about blood clots, at least immediately. You know, they might come back later on, but that's cool. So I have an appointment scheduled for fitting for the compression stockings. Okay, and then after that, I went to Valley Immediate Care, where I got the COVID-19 antibody testing. That was super awesome. The people there were so nice. Like I said, that lady explained that I don't have high blood pressure, which is great because I kept on worrying about my blood pressure. It seemed like I was getting higher and higher. But it wasn't getting higher. I was just using, my biceps were getting bigger and the cuff was getting tighter and tighter because it was like, I think it was meant for a size 16 arm at max, at size 16 inch arm at max, and my biceps are like 18 inches. So that's not the right size cuff. Anyway, so I did get the antibody testing. I talked to the doctor for a very long time. He was very well educated, very smart, and I got a great understanding of what is going on with this whole COVID-19 thing. Firstly, I asked him how accurate the antibody test was. He said it is pretty freaking accurate. It's like 95% accurate, at least the blood test I'm taking. So it's most likely accurate. And I will be able to donate plasma once this is all over. Or once this is all over. Once I get the results. I get the results in 3 to 4 days. So I will let you know if I have the antibodies or not. And once I do have the antibodies, I can present my results to like employees, people, whatever, and I might get cleared to like be able to not wear masks, or I mean, they might still make me wear a mask, but it's really, you know, not necessary for me to wear a mask because I'm not contagious and I cannot spread the disease if I have the antibodies. Okay, so anyways, so where was I getting? Oh, I was talking to him about COVID-19, and supposedly there's 4 different strains. The original strain is type A that originated in Wuhan, or is like slightly out of Wuhan, is like a little bit out of Wuhan, but near Wuhan is where the type A originated, and then it mutated into type B, which is the strain that came over to the West Coast, and that's most likely the type that I was infected with was type B. Now, even though type B was very, it wasn't fun, let me tell you, it wasn't fun. It was not as dangerous as type C. Type C is the type that was in Italy, in New York, and is affecting Europe right now. And that is the most deadly that we know of. Now there is a new type that is infecting Chile and Peru and like South America right now. We don't really know yet how dangerous this new type is. So that's why it's really important for this vaccine to be able to make it through the trial period. It's also really important for people who have the antibodies to start donating plasma so they can help save lives, because their plasma can help save lives. Even if, say, you were infected with COVID-19 type B and you have the antibodies for type B, your antibodies can still have an impact on somebody that might have a different type of COVID-19. It's just, it will help them fight it. It's not going to be like as good as like if you both had type B or whatever, but it still can help if them fight it. So if you suspect that you had COVID-19, definitely get the antibody testing so you can donate plasma and help other people out. That's what the best thing you can do right now. The vaccine seems to be pretty efficient, but it's at like the 3-month trial period, and I guess it has to be at the 6-month trial period. I think that's what he said. So hopefully we get a vaccine soon, especially before the winter time rolls around and we start seeing more strains coming around. Okay, we're done now. Let's get on to the haul. So I went to Grocery Outlet and I went to Walmart. I only got one thing at Walmart. But at Grocery Outlet, I got some more flour because I need flour. I also went to my mom's house, so I got some stuff at my mom's house. Okay, at Walmart, I got some guavas because they smell so good. I had to get them. Okay, at Grocery Outlet, I got basil, onion powder, curry powder, olive oil, razors. Oh wow, this coconut oil was solid when I bought it. Look how much it melted in the car. But I got coconut oil. And then I got some stuff in here. Oh, these peppers came from Grocery Outlet. It's just my mom split the bag with me. She bought the peppers and she gave me the ones that weren't red. She kept the red ones. So in my mom's garden, I picked some sage. I got a bunch of sage here. And lemon balm. There's some sage in there too. It smells so good. Lemon balm. Okay. Here's the little, here's the sheets about, the COVID-19 antibody test. Okay, and while I was in the parking lot to get the compression stockings, that took a while. I picked some magnolia flowers because there's my favorite Numi tea is Pu'er magnolia tea, and I think it's just made of magnolia petals and Pu'er tea. So what I'm going to try and do is like dry out the magnolia and mix it with Pu'er tea. Now first I'm going to Google, can you eat magnolia petals or are they edible? But I'm pretty sure they are edible. So I'm going to do that. And I got a whole bunch of magnolia flowers. Oh, and in my mom's driveway, I found this cool, this is either quartz or citrine. I think it's quartz though, it's a crystal. I need to wash that up. There's some more sage. There's some more lemon balm. Another magnolia. And then I have a couple, we went to Panda Express for dinner, and I got a couple fortune cookies, which I'm going to save for tarot readings. So that's everything. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have a lovely day and stay well. Bye.